it's Doris from All of the Books, and I just got back from vacation last night at midnight. We were in Utah and Colorado, and we saw 5 state parks and 2 natural history museums and Tattered Covers bookstore and all sorts of other awesome things. We got home at midnight because I couldn't remember where I parked, but the bus driver was so sweet and he found my spot for me. People are nice that way. So yeah, and today I had to drive to the UPS service center because my box of books, it's like a disco in here. My box of books was too big for them to leave it at the door, so I had to go get it for pickup because it was delivered when I wasn't home. Anyway, Books and Lala is now a book outlet rep, and I took advantage of her 25% off code when she first made rep, and free shipping as well. This is a pretty darn exciting box here. I'm very, very excited. And all these books I'm totally going to remember when I see them, but I don't remember what they all are right now. And I found out before I left that I'm going to be teaching middle school this year. I had been teaching at 2 high schools. I teach ESL, and this coming year I'm going to be teaching at a high school in the morning and the feeder middle school in the afternoon. So that should be interesting. And I used to love middle grades literature back in my mid-20s when I taught 6th grade. I mean, if you haven't read a Newbery or 2 in your lifetime, you're missing out. So anyway, some of these are getting back to those roots. I thought it'd be nice to have, like, I'm going to have an actual room too. Like, in the high school, I was just floating. I never had my own room. But I think I'm going to have a room at the middle school, so I thought I might need a few books to have out on the shelf. So, I got the School of Good and Evil series. Aren't they cool? This is, I don't know what numbers these are. I think I got all of them. We'll count as we get to them. And sorry for the crazy lighting. I just couldn't wait, you know. And I'm jiggling my setup here because, you know, the box is just too big. Look at that. What is that? Oh, it's the book. These books are shiny. And then I got the Fairyland series. I think it's the first one is Circumnavigated. They're cool too. If you've read these, let me know. I'm curious. I've seen them for months now and have wanted them, and you know, I'm teaching middle school now, so I just like let's get this. This one I saw on Books and Lala's video when she got her box, and this is what spurred mine. I mean, the 25% off coupon code was enough of an incentive, but yeah, I've been wanting a copy of Black Beauty, a nice copy, because I'm kind of collecting horse books. And this one is, I think it's the Threads edition, yeah, Penguin Threads, and it's just so pretty. So that's another middle grades there. I think I got a bunch of middle grade books. This one, Salvage the Bones, one of the high school English teachers recommended this to me last year before I even got on BookTube, and I was just thrilled to find it on Book Outlet. I think she really loved it and said that I would love it. So excited about that one. Also excited about Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere. I've been looking for this one for several months now as well. I have a little Alice in Wonderland. Look at that. That lighting is nice too. It's these shiny books. have an Alice in Wonderland-esque collection going too, so I've been wanting this one for that, and just because Neil Gaiman's a great writer. Okay, so here are 2 more of the Fairyland books, so that brings us to 4 for those. This one I saw this one on Mel's Bookland Adventures channel, and thought I would grab it. I think it's maybe the Middle Ages, Dark Ages, I don't remember, but yeah, historical fiction. Hild looked pretty good. And this is funny. I saw this one on Dee Dee's channel, Brown Girl Reading, and it was on her her book club long list, like which one they were going to choose from, and she was like, no, not that one. And it's funny because all this no, I was like, oh yeah, look what I got, Dee Dee. Yeah, so Stranger Than We Can Imagine, an alternative history of the 20th century. I just think this is going to be fascinating. Just like little blips from things that happened in the 1900s. I'll let you know more when I read it, but it just was very intriguing to me. Plus it's nonfiction, and I've been wanting more of those recently. This one, oh, I hate it when they change covers on me. Okay, I got Kate Atkinson, Behind the Scenes at the Museum, I think is a good one. This isn't the cover that they showed, but yeah, that's okay. It's not like it's a baseball player instead of an armadillo. That would be tragic. But yeah, this just seemed like a cute coming of age novel. This one I know nothing about. It was just intriguing. Terry Pratchett, The Wee Free Men, the beginning. This just had, I'm not gonna lie, the toad pulled me in, and then the little witches hat. I just thought, oh, that's interesting. It's a little bit different than what I normally gravitate toward, and I just think toads are adorable. But this had amazing reviews on Goodreads, like well above a 4, like 4.3 or 4 or something, which is pretty darn high. So if you know anything about it, let me know. This one I think I saw in Chapter Stacks, The Devil of Nanking, and this is also a little bit different than my normal. I think it's horror-ish, so that'll be interesting. Maybe I'll save it for October. Okay, here is another School of Good and Evil, so that brings me to 3 of those. And then I got the first Annihilation. I just think these covers are stunning. And I almost got all 3, and it turns out like one of them fell out of my shopping cart before I decided to check out. And then it turned out that was a good thing, because when I went to look online, the other one that I had in my cart was a compilation of all 3, and I wanted them individually. So, because I like all the covers. So I only got the first one, and we'll see how it goes from there. This one I'm super excited about. This had good reviews too. Genesis by John B. Judas. I think I mentioned recently that I'm interested in the books about Israeli and Palestine. Truman, American Jews and the Origins of the Arab-Israeli Conflict. So this is what I've been wanting, a book about the history of how we set up Israel and how that affected the people that were living there at the time, just creating a new nation where there wasn't one. It just intrigues me, and how so much of the conflicts are coming out of that. Yeah. Cool. And then I got this one, Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading and Camel from What Camel Reads. Both recommended this one after I had said that I liked Persepolis so much. The Arab of the Future. And I think I may have gotten 2 of these. These are graphic novels also about this region. And this was just an impulse buy. Another one, The Big Green Tent, a novel by Ludmila Ulitskaya, translated by Polly Gannon. The cover is beautiful. And I think it's Russian. Yep, maybe. I'll let you know when I get there. Another middle grade read, One Crazy Summer. This was, ooh, it's jacked up. Good thing I'm taking it to middle school. This was a Newbery Honor Book and many other National Book Award finalists, and Coretta Scott King and Scott Odell Award for historical fiction. Yeah, looked really good. That my middle grade stack. Another one that I read as a child from my horse collection, Justin Morgan Had a Horse by Marguerite Henry. And I got another one of these. Okay, now these are super duper exciting, like super duper. So this one popped up on my feed, A Buzz in the Meadow, and this is set in France, and it's about buggies in the meadow, and you know, that's my jam. So I snatched this one up, nonfiction, and then I don't know how it popped up because it's less recent, but they had this one too, and look at that bee. I also have a bee book collection, so I like to collect books for weird reasons. Yep, here's the other, Arab of the Future, Part 2. Another nonfiction, The Sixth Extinction, winner of the Pulitzer Prize in Unnatural History. I think this might be a gloom and doomer. There's no global warming, no. Oh, this is so tiny. Doris Lessing on cats. I just got this one for the cat. It had, I think, pretty good. It's a little guy. I'm not familiar with Doris Lessing, but you know, it's a cat. And then this one I've seen all over YouTube, BookTube recently. Birdie. This is Native American, I think, Canadian. Yep. And The Sellout by Paul Beatty, winner of the Man Booker in, I can't remember what year, fairly recently. I'm not sure what it's about, but well, it's good. Oh, here's my other Marguerite Henry, Misty of Chincoteague. I hope these have, yeah, they have illustrations because she was the author illustrator. Aww, I love it. Okay, and then this one, I don't know. Like, this is one of those, some people love it and some people hate it. But I keep seeing it and having the urge to buy it, so I did. Elena Ferrante, My Brilliant Friend. I just got the first one. I knew better than to get all four, knowing that I might hate it. It's a possibility. And then this one, I think I saw this one on DVDs, maybe. Negroland by Margot Jefferson. I think this one is set in Chicago, and it's about the wealthy in the area. I just thought it'd be really neat to pair it with Bedrock Faith that I just read this year, which is also set in Chicago. I thought that would be cool. I got a Neil Gaiman, The Story of a Writer. So this is got handwritten notes, drawings, manuscripts, and personal photographs. So, oh man, this is really cool. I didn't realize that it was a journal. Neil Gaiman just gets cooler and cooler, doesn't he? Oh my gosh. That's awesome. And last but not least, Heidi by Joanna Spyri. loved these as a little girl. My sister had 2 or 3. There's more than just the first one, and they're all good. And I've been wanting this cover, but every time I go to buy it, it's not there. It kind of comes and goes, but it's so pretty. Okay, so that's my haul. I've got, let's see, I got 12 middle grade books here. And I'm pretty excited that so many of these are nonfiction. Like, I don't even know how many in total are nonfiction, because some of them are like more memoir, but they're nonfiction. So I gotta analyze that situation. But I'm pretty excited. So let's get a thumbnail. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye. What y'all doing in there? Huh? You playing? Ooh. What you doing, boo? You playing in the box? Get her. Get her.